There's Tokyo.
There we go.
What's up, guys? How are you?
Good
Good,
man,
how
how
are
are you?
you?
I'm great. I'm really great. This is like the coolest hotel room I've ever been in. I'm at the Bella Star in Tokyo getting ready for Star Wars Celebration. I can't believe I beat you guys here.
Oh my God, what's it like? Is
Nice.
it amazing?
Well, it's actually 3 a.m. on Tuesday, so I'm happy to say in the future we're still here. We're
Okay.
Good.
we
Thank
made
you,
it this.
thank you.
God bless
Okay,
you
but
for being up, man.
being
Well
this far ahead, I am, and in a room that is this cool, and in a world like Tokyo, I watched Andor season 2. First of all, it's a masterpiece. This is the best thing Disney Plus has ever put out. It is elevating the streaming
Oh,
platform. It is elevating Star Wars. But part of that is because of how well made it is.
Yeah, right.
And when I'm immersed in Tokyo for Star Wars Celebration, I'm curious about getting immersed in Star Wars. There are some incredible sets, and I can tell because there are continuous camera shots. What was the single best set you ever got to step foot on in Andor?
Oh my God, there were so many.
so
I mean,
many, man.
Ferrix in season one was extraordinary,
Yeah.
but in season two, they were sort of smaller. I loved Dedra's apartment. I thought that was quite something.
Mm.
But there's I mean, where the massacre? Am I allowed to say that? Have you seen it all?
Well, I've seen the whole thing, and nobody will know what you're talking about. They'll
Okay,
just
great.
know there's some tough stuff coming.
Tough
Yeah,
stuff
tough
coming,
stuff
yeah.
coming. Yeah.
That, yeah, I would toss up between, and for Cyril's journey, Ferrix, which was that 360-degree set,
Yeah.
where Toby Haynes was like, "Where do you want to go?"
Yeah,
I was
so
like,
good.
"What do you mean?" He's like, "Just go.
Go for a
You can
walk.
go anywhere, like, and we'll follow you." And it blew my mind. And
Yeah.
any corridor you went down or any cupboard you opened, any drawer was just full of
Yeah.
stuff. Even if they were never going to shoot down that alleyway or in that little shop,
Wow.
it was
They made
full.
it.
So the life was there from the very beginning. And then Ghorman, the Ghorman Plaza,
It's
that whole
insane.
set,
The shops, everything.
the scale of that when I walked onto it in Pinewood was just, it took my breath away. I was
They
like,
should have kept it all and made it
wow.
like a Star
They
Wars
should have
world,
shipped it
you
to
know?
Disneyland
Yeah.
or
Uh,
something. It's like, wow.
there are people who would pay good money to go spend a night
Yeah,
in Gorman, you
Yeah,
know.
right.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
But the
come from
fact
the
is
world.
you could spend the night there. There's a room for you.
Yeah, that's what it
You know what I
sounds
Yeah.
mean?
like.
Yeah.
And there actually was a hotel in Gorman. So
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
they just, build that out a little bit more, and there we are.
exactly.
So I come from the world of pro wrestling. I'm a huge wrestling fan, and there's terms in
Me
wrestling,
too.
face. I could tell. I was my first guess. But there's terms in wrestling called being the face and being the heel. And the face is the good guy, the guy everybody roots for. The heel is the bad guy, the guy who embraces the booze. And I'm curious, as a performer, as an actor, when you're playing a character who is going to be the heel, stereotypically, you grow up, you probably say, "Oh, I want to be the babyface world champion who everyone roots for." But there are people who love playing the heel, love playing the bad guy. When you're getting to play this role and you're imagining what people are going to say back to it, and you're making choices that, "Oh no, come on, help the good guys. We love to hate you," type of thing. How does that sort of fuel your performance?
You know what? I think that you could ask any actor on this show about how they feel to be the heel or the face because everyone is doing a little bit of both, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Like
that's so true.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Cassian shoots someone in the first
First episode.
yeah. So everyone, and then with the journey we see with Syril, you see him walk amongst the oppressed and suddenly being opened a little bit. I do think Dedra is completely the heel. Like I think we meet an indoctrinated woman into a system that can't see outside itself, and we see how dangerous that is. I mean, there's nothing like somebody who has true belief, but then there are
The little
little
chinks in the
cracks,
armor.
and
There's
the chinks in the armor are intimacy. Like something happens in her body with this person, and as a result, it knocks her off course. It's But yeah, I don't come to anyone playing the bad of them. You play the whole of them.
Right, right. That's beautiful. Uh, this series made me tear up several times, and it's not easy to get me to cry watching television or movies, but this show really did it. And it's those nuances that you just mentioned that it got me so invested to the point that I felt such an emotional response to this. What were your reactions to learning how this all ended and having to really say goodbye and accept that once and for all?
I thought it was really brave at the way that they constructed season two in the time jumps and the arcs of all the characters. When I read it, I was really excited. I was moved, of course, but I felt like they were shooting for something that was really exceptional and very sophisticated, actually. And then when I watched it back, I just fucking wept. I just like
Yeah.
cried because, as you said, I mean, maybe different for us because we've been in it, but even as an outsider looking at the sophistication of storytelling and the blossoming of intimacy with each one of these characters' relationships, and how that this just reveals the sacrifices that they've made, and the cost of it all. It just, I was, yeah. So like when I read it, I was like, wow, that's really good. When I watched it, I was genuinely blown away. Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't see everything, you know. I get to watch as an audience. I get to watch everything as an audience, even what I've done. Like there's something about watching it from here as opposed to watching it through like seeing Kyle or seeing Catherine or whoever I was working with. When you step outside and you're no longer in a character and you just watch it as, oh my God, these people, it was devastating. And I was particularly, I keep feeling like I get quite overwhelmed at the French actors, like the French contingent. It's like a company of French actors came from France to bless us with this incredible community that they created within their own language, everything. I mean, watching it when he starts to sing is just like, I'm done, I'm gone. I don't know how to handle this. And the voice on the radio, can anyone hear us? Is anyone listening? Oh my God, there's so much about it that is devastating.
It's such incredible work you all did. Thank you so much for the time. Thank you for your work on the show. I wish I could stay and talk to you, but
See you in
this was a
Tokyo.
pleasure.
Thank you, man.
Thank you guys. See you in Tokyo. Safe travels.
Bye.
Thanks, man.
Enjoy your hotel.